If anyone says, I didn't know our country was going down a conservative path, I would ask you, have you been on the internet in the past 4 years at all? I'm Lindsay. I talk about fashion trends, fashion history, and culture on here. I'm a former fashion blogger, and I just wrote this piece about how everybody I meet wants to live in the middle of nowhere and other ways that we have been watching conservatism rise. Everything from wellness culture to trad wife content to Dasha and the fixation on Catholic culture, quiet luxury, and our obsession with everything is toxic that we eat. From everyone and their mom having a podcast to highly stylized traditional values. Hello, it's been happening this whole time. Collectively, what does everything here equal? It equals isolation, it equals self-centeredness, and it equals they are the problem, not you. And what does that mean? When we focus on individualism, that's where the issue is. That's how the conservative rises. With an us versus them mentality, of which I think everything amplifies here. Everything means that on this collage that I wrote about. That is where you can see the culture shift. And I don't mean this to scare you. Culture changes with every generation. It changes with every election, honestly. And there will be many ways that people continue to rebel against this. Because these are all nothing new. My predictions for rebelling are, number one is the rise of text media. We've been fed over-stylized content for so long since Instagram became a thing. Also, I think there's a large difference between listening to a podcast and reading something. No, I'm not talking about listening to audiobooks. That is a different thing. Feeling connected to something you read rather than someone telling you something. I also think we will see a rise of subcultures rather than just aesthetics. Aesthetics and subcultures are entirely different, and I feel like we have lost a lot of what a subculture means with the rise of aesthetics in fashion and in photography and in art. Anyway, you can read more of my thoughts on my Substack, but if your favorite content creators are not talking about politics relating to fashion, art, etc., you gotta find someone different to listen to because everything is political.